Hey everybody, and welcome back to Crafty Little Megan. I'm so glad you could join me again. This video took a little bit longer than I was expecting to get out. I had to refilm it 3 times. Just having some technical issues with my phone, so I finally decided to get a webcam, so hopefully I'll be able to get things out a little bit quicker in the future. But thank you for tuning in, and I hope you like what I did today. I painted a tissue box cover, which seems like a little bit of a weird thing to do, but it's something that's always in my craft room and always kind of out and not decorative, so I thought, why not? It could be fun. So stick around, and I hope you like what you see. The best place to start off for a project like this is with a drawing. I did my first drawing in the Moriah Elizabeth Create Your Own book. If you don't have it, it's a lot of fun, but it was under the Create a Collection, so I decided to create a collection of animals. I then transferred that drawing, as you can see, onto my tissue box holder using a white carbon paper. If you don't have it or you've never seen it, it's really easy to find, and I just got mine on Amazon for pretty cheap. And it does work pretty good, as you can see, for transferring onto black or colorful things. So check that out. After transferring the image, I just kind of start by blocking out the colors. I just kind of take one color at a time, and this is where it can be helpful to color your transferred image to just see where your oranges, yellows, reds, whatever you have are, and kind of do them all at once. You can also save paint by darkening or lightening a color at the same time with any extra paint you have, if you have that. Like here, the fox, I did a little bit deeper of an orange, so first I painted the lighter orange things, and then I deepened the color and used some of that leftover orange paint for that. So I just went through blocking out all my colors, and a lot of people find that when you do painting, some colors will be more opaque than others. The oranges, reds, yellows, and whites for me needed tons of coats, but then things like black, gray, brown usually are fine after 1 or 2 coats at the most. So if you find that problem, just keep going over it. It's kind of tedious, but it's relaxing at the same time. While I was painting this, I just loved the animals. They're all so cute, and I love their little faces. But you could certainly do this with other ideas. It'd be cute with like foods, like different snack foods like pizza, or different fruits would be fun. Desserts would be a good theme. Really anything that you think would be fun for you. Even if this is for a craft room, you could do different craft tools like crayons, markers, rulers, yarn. That would be a really cute idea. And this would also be really cute in a nursery. If you know anybody with like an animal themed nursery, or even like a farm themed nursery or safari themed nursery, that would be precious. So you might have heard me talk about my technical difficulties at the beginning of this video. I did have to film this video 3 times in order to get it to you guys. So you'll see that a lot of the sides of my tissue box are already painted with different collections. I was planning on doing this anyway, but maybe not all at once. But that's just how the cookie crumbles. So this is my 3rd attempt at this. And I did get a webcam, and you'll see the last video in this video is taken on my new webcam, and I think it looks pretty awesome, so I was happy with that. Some new things that I tried for this project that I hadn't done before was I got kind of a primer paint. Normally I use gesso, but since this was colorful, I didn't want to obviously use something white. I think there is clear gesso, but I used like a Krylon primer. with a little bit of texture, and that was awesome. And then it kind of protected the painting I had underneath, just in case I had to wipe something off. It wasn't stuck to the colorful painting I already did. There was a clear layer in between. I also got some new paintbrushes that I've used for the whole video. I think they're actually used for painting like miniature figurines. They're super fine, but for making lines or just doing fine detail work, they were great, but they also weren't so small that it made it hard to fill in larger areas. So I'll put the links in the video description if you guys are interested. I like both the products and I got them both off Amazon. Earlier on, I told you guys that I got the idea for this off of Moriah Elizabeth's book. If you don't have it, check it out. It's called Create This Book, and there's also Create This Book too. It's just a book full of prompts that you can use for drawing or really any kind of art that you like to do. And this one was create a collection, so I decided to do different types of animals. Thankfully, there's a lot of animals because I needed to do 3 different sides of this tissue box. Especially after all of my issues. So there's more than enough animals to fill the space, and I like a good colorful collection of animals, so that turned out awesome. And I also used Moriah, which if you watch her videos you know she loves rainbows, and so I decided to make every single side of this tissue box cover a different color of the rainbow or a combination of different colors, to make it more fun and bright and something a little bit more interesting to look at in my craft room. For those of you that don't know, I also have a website or kind of a blog that I'm doing. It's at craftylittlemegan.com, and I think I'm going to start featuring more of my Create This Book pages on there. I'm getting into drawing a little bit more, and I'm having a lot of fun creating different things and learning different techniques with coloring, drawing, etc. So if that's something that you'd be interested in, or if you have your own ideas, you can follow or comment along, and I'd be happy to look at them. So as this video comes to a close and you see all of the animals kind of filled in with their respective colors, it still looks really plain and not as fun as I would like it to be, but that's when the most fun part of the project comes in, which is using either paint pens or even just a Sharpie, which I think is the easiest, to go through and add those fine details and give every character their personality, and outlining their features and the outlines of their body just really helps to make the characters pop off of the box. Even in other projects that I do, like cross stitching, when you go back and back stitch around all of the different things you've made, it really just makes them stand out. So I highly recommend that. Also, you might have noticed that I made a mistake on that gorilla's eye, but since I used that Krylon, the paint underneath was protected, and so I could just kind of wash it off with some alcohol since I used Sharpie, and try again. So that went well. But thank you guys so much for watching and sticking around to the end of the video. I really appreciate you guys, and hopefully I'll be seeing you again soon.